I have figured out how to use ChatGPT and AI to streamline so many things in my real estate wholesaling business. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how I can take and just put in an address, one single address into ChatGPT, and with a very special prompt that I'm going to give you, it'll output everything I need to know about that property, the area, and even tell me what I need to offer in order for me to make a big fat $20,000 assignment fee. And in this video, I'll share with you exactly how it works, and I'm also going to give you the opportunity to get your dirty hands on it. I know you want it, and so I'm going to give it to you. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to actually share with you how it works by illustrating and putting in a few addresses here. I put in the first address here, 2306 Old Chapel Hill Road, and that is in Brenham, Texas. Now, it will do a couple things for me. It'll pull up pictures. It will then go ahead and give me the Google Maps link here. It will then give me the details about the property. It gives me these links that I can click on and quickly be able to go to the property and the various sites. It will then do an ARV calculation by taking into consideration these sites and then giving me an average. But if you had to do this manually, then you would have to go to each site, get the values, put them all together, then do the calculation. This does it for you automatically. It also gives you a great summary of the market and all the specifics about the market, including days on the market, and says that it's a very investor-friendly place. I like that. Then it's going to do calculations for maximum allowable offer. Now, by default, it's assuming a 25K repair and a $20,000 assignment fee. You can modify that, show you how I do that. And it'll do these calculations here. And they look complicated, and they kind of are, but at the end, it spits out a maximum allowable offer of $118,913.52, assuming that we want to make $20,000. And it tells us that that is 56% of the ARV. So imagine you're on the phone with a seller and you talk to them, you plug this in, you know everything you need to know about the property, the area, plus you got your offer right there on the spot. Let's go ahead and do another one. Hey, by the way, if you're interested in building the ultimate real estate lifestyle business where you have warm incoming leads, so you're not cold calling or doing anything of the sort, and everything is done virtually where you're doing deals across the country 100% virtually, click the link in the description, and that way reach out to us. We can show you how we can install a system that'll get you all the leads you want and streamline this entire process for you so that you can have the ultimate real estate lifestyle business. The next one here that I have is one on Brownsville, Texas. I just happen to have a few in Texas. Let me go ahead and put up another chat. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that address in here. And it's doing its thing. It's thinking. Maybe you and I can have a conversation while it's thinking. There you go. That's the property. And then it gives me the Google Maps link. Open link, which is great. And then it gives me the information about the property. And then it gives you an estimate, 182. And it proceeds to then give me a market and area overview, market trends, etc. And then it does the maximum allowable offer calculation. So all this is happening in the background. Imagine if you had to do this by hand. I know what you're thinking, Chico, is this what you do normally? Yes, I have an abacus and I have like 3 people here right behind me each and every single day. When I used to talk to sellers, they would just sit there and just do all these calculations for me. But now look, I have ChatGPT. I had to let them go, unfortunately. They were very much in despair when I told them that ChatGPT took their job. So here it says 94,824, 52% of ARV. That is a maximum allowable offer. Now, let's go to another one. All right, you're probably thinking, Chico, okay, can you just give me this thing? Because this is amazing. Yes, I will give it to you. Go ahead and right below this video, go to the pinned comment with this video. And you're going to see a link. Click on that link. You'll fill out a form. And then I am going to email you a Google document that includes this prompt along with a few others and instructions on exactly how to install this for you. So now you have a system by which then you can use where within a minute, there goes my dog, go! In the Google Doc, I include everything you need in order for you to be able to install this so that you can use it in a matter of seconds. This one is going to be in Youngstown, Ohio. I've never been to Youngstown, Ohio. Maybe you could tell me if it's a nice place to be at. I always kid around and I say that, every single time I go on vacation, I get ready to go on vacation with the family, I tell them all these places. I put on the list. I put, London. I put Paris. I put Israel. I put South America. And I sneak in Youngstown but they never pick it. I don't know why, but it is what it is. All right, so it does the same thing. Gives me the link here, and then it proceeds to then give me the details about the property. Tells me the last sold price. Gives me these. It didn't give me Zillow for some reason. I don't know why. So if I click on here, it's not perfect, but this is Zillow. So then it will proceed to, oh, it does pull the Zillow estimate. Oh, here goes the Zillow link. I can look at that. There you go. And gives me these, tells me it's 164. This jives with Zillow, but at least it lets us know that the other ones also jive as well. Gives me the information about the property, and then it proceeds to calculate the maximum allowable offer. It does all that. I know you're thinking, Chico, if I knew that I needed to be a rocket scientist to do wholesaling, I would have never gotten involved with that. I know. Look at that. I do that with a pencil, number 2 pencil, every time I comp a property. That's why I lost all my hair. Maximum allowable offer, 79K. Percentage of ARV is 48%. And this was a property in Youngstown. Should we do another one? Another Texas one. Oh, look at this, Palm Coast, Florida. We'll do Palm Coast because we've done another Texas. Nothing against Texas, but let's do another one here. And we will put that in there. And let's see what it does. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Oh, look. Oh, look, even has that. This one gave me a picture with an arrow. Bill tells me all the information about the property. Combines all these together, gives me the estimate. Then it gives me everything I need to know here. Tells me the maximum allowable offer based on 25K repairs, 20K assignment, ARV is 488. And I'm going to make a small adjustment on the fly here. So it gives me this formula. And let's say that, so 67% of ARV, 329 for a house that is worth 463. Sounds about right. In this scenario, 329, I probably would go 305. Just to go a little bit lower. But let's say that this thing's a dub. Let's say that these people live horribly. Not to make light of anybody's situation, but it's just a bad situation, and it needs repair. Is like 50K. So I could say, can you redo the calculations? But in this time, I want you to calculate based on $60,000 worth of repairs. And then it will go to work. Look at that. ARV, repair cost 60, assignment fee, and then it goes through the calculation. Just imagine how much time you're saving with this. Now, I know you're thinking, Chico, you are very sophisticated. All these people, they teach me these simple type of formulas, but you, my friend, you're like a wholesaling scientist. I know. So now the maximum allowable offer is 301. So 61% of ARV. All right, let's see which one else we had in there. Amarillo, Texas. We did Palm Coast, and this is Midland. Let's do Midland again. I don't know why we picked so many Texas properties, but maybe Texas is just all for sale right now. These are like really, really old leads. Maybe you might call them. I don't know. Who knows? But they're old, like year and a half old. Because I can't show you like the recent leads. Not your friends, but somebody else might come to this channel that is not friends like we are, and then all of a sudden now they're calling these leads and messing up our game. All right, so it does all these here, and then you have it's 150,000 ARV calculation. Gives me the information about this particular area, and then it goes through again. I know you're thinking, Chico, every time I see this formula, I'm like such amazed at the complexity. I know. Whenever you are analyzing a real estate guru, tell them that you want to see their formula calculations for AR for the maximum offer that you could offer. And if they just like don't have a formula, then I don't know what to tell you. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Anyway, it says here that you should offer 72, which is 48.4 of ARV. All right, that's based on the 20K assignment, 25K in repairs. So you're probably wondering, like, how does this work exactly? Well, let me share with you what the formula and the ChatGPT prompt is. And don't worry, you don't have to screenshot this. I'll give it to you. So right here is you have the Google Maps, the output structure. So there's a particular structure. What it does is it tells ChatGPT, hey, I'm going to provide you with certain information. And then here's the output structure. So I want the Google Maps, property value estimation, final ARV calculation, market area and overview, maximum allowable offer. And then there's certain assumptions that are with the, and I tell this specifically, don't use the 70% formula. that is a very inaccurate formula. I wouldn't be using that formula if I were you. And it says assumptions and definitions. So it goes through what are the assumptions that we're making, and then it goes through a buyer's expense breakdown so that we can have a estimate of what it's actually going to cost the buyer, because we have to take that into consideration when we're calculating our maximum allowable offer and the potential profit that a buyer would have. Then we have the financing cost associated with a buyer, meaning that they're going to get hard money, rehab costs, and then we have the selling costs, assuming that they're going to put it on the MLS and sell it with a broker. Then deriving the buyer's net profits, and then using all of that to combine. And this is a formula that I program into it so that it comes out with the actual calculations. And there's a bunch of other stuff here. I don't want to get into that. I'll bore you to death. You never hear any of my videos again. We could go into too much detail here, but just know that this here, look at this. It's solving a calculus equation for determining the ARV of a property. And then it gives you the final output. And doing this, just think about this, right? And this is what you should be thinking about. There's so many things that I'm doing right now in the real estate business using ChatGPT. This is just one of them. And if you're not using this, if you're VAs, if you have a VA and they're like manually calculating values, like you don't need that. And then now you have to train them. You don't have to train them. You don't have to train anybody. You just type it in and now you have it. And so this is the great thing about this. And so how can you get a copy of this? So I have a set of ChatGPT prompts that I'm going to go ahead and give you. Where they're located is in this video. You got to go to there's going to be a comment that's going to be pinned. Go to that comment. It'll ask you to fill out a quick form that then will then send you an email with this group of prompts. It's going to be a Google Doc that I'm going to give you access to, which has all of the prompts, this one and a few other ones. I don't want to reveal what they are just because I want to give you a nice surprise with that. Now, using ChatGPT is really part of creating the ultimate real estate lifestyle business where you don't have a ton of humans, you don't have a ton of complexity, you're using AI, you're using all these tools in order to streamline your real estate operation. Check out this video here where I go into detail about the ultimate real estate lifestyle business, and that way you can see if in fact this is just might be the business that you've been looking to build all this time.